after show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. I feel like it hasn't been that long since we've been here.
No, I feel like it's been years. I don't know what
I kind of feel like it's been a while.
I feel like once the camera started rolling, I was like, oh my God, this was yesterday. But
I mean, maybe it's because we're in a constant group text all the time. So I feel like I don't even miss you guys yet, no offense. But it is really nice to be back here. I'm your host, Sinead DeFries, and I'm joined by my pretty little talkers once again to hash out this entire PLL behind the scenes. If you're tuning in for the first time and I saw a couple people that looked like they were online, hi, we're really awesome, I promise. And we're gonna get through this together. Over here I got Ashley Mova,
who changed her hair.
I did it.
I
absolutely hated. Thank you for pointing it out.
I really like it. That's why I pointed it out.
on camera.
No,
stop it. No, whatever.
over here I got Megan Lamontagne.
Hey guys, tell Ashley how beautiful she looks.
Yeah, gorge.
So good.
Gorge, girl, gorge.
Thanks for the lies.
And Stephanie Gray.
And I have hair extensions, so that should make you feel better.
I love it.
Yeah, dude, my hair didn't grow.
Did you go to
inches in like a week?
like I told you to? Did you go to that place I told you about?
You guys, I have 18 inchers in right now. My hair is like in my neck. Inchers, yeah. My extensions are 18 inches long.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so we all have, you know,
Kind of
hair.
that one, yeah. I got
anyways, yeah, so we're all obviously changed our looks for this occasion. Not really, but yeah, you guys, lots of changes on ABC Family, turning into Freeform. Lots of changes for the Pretty Little Liars and this entire show. And when we come back, and I can't believe it's like we're heading into December, so this is what, a month and a half out. Crazy. When we come back, we're gonna see clearly new girls, new looks, new relationships, new careers, new sets. I mean, like, this was actually a pretty good special in terms of giving us an inside look into everything.
You guys, I was obsessed. Like, I loved this
special.
the
entire time.
Anything about behind the scenes, it's my jam. Like, I was glued to it. It was so good. And you guys, I cannot even tell you how excited I am for the return of PLL.
Yeah.
Like, there was a light or ignited under my butt, and I'm like, let's do this.
Can we have like a real moment really fast? When PLL starts, January 12th, we'll be here. It will be for 10 episodes. We get 10 days of PLL.
Wait, what?
Was that depressing? I'm sorry.
What on earth are you talking about?
What do you mean?
There's 10 episodes in the last season.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think
so
you're
what I'm saying is, like, you guys, we only have 10 more episodes
10
left.
more
we gotta,
episodes.
like,
oh my God.
really
For
take
forever?
this in. Yes.
I'm so lost.
No,
right
There's
now.
probably going to be a movie, but
yeah, there's going to be a lot of.
No, you guys have got it all wrong.
That's B, right?
Yeah,
And
just
then
season
another.
6B is 10 episodes.
So when we come back, it's 6B, so that would be 10 episodes, so 10 weeks. Then they sign on for a whole another year.
Right.
So
Yes.
an entire
So
season.
we
7.
can just kick
Are
back,
you
relax.
freaking
Yeah. 7, and then it will be
I think you're getting, because
Dude, I thought there were 10 episodes left. I'm sorry.
No, there's a whole other season.
Okay,
Don't worry.
move on.
We got you over here.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sorry.
Like half the world just freaked out right now.
I know, right?
I literally have been thinking this whole time.
What is she talking about?
We waited how many years to find out who A is? They're not going to reveal who the he is in like 10 episodes.
No, there's no way. We know Pretty Little Liars better than that. One thing that we did get to take a look at tonight was, I think, a lot of backstory that we aren't necessarily going to get once we come back. I think that this was to catch us up on what the Liars have been up to in the past 5 years, because they're picking up 5 years later. I don't think they're going to take as much time in that first episode to tell us and explain it all. Like, they built up this whole story, but let's talk a little bit about that. Starting with the main girls, we've learned now that Emily is moved to California. She's got this West Coast vibe, like the girls said, and she is maybe back together with Paige.
Yes, queen! Yes, love it. Emily and Callie, who lives in Cali. Paige. Do I think that they're going to get back together? Kind of leaning towards the no, but a girl can be hopeful. Okay.
Well, they did say in the special that Allison said, like, oh, I think she's driving up to Stanford to see Paige.
She said she is visiting Paige. I think they've been seeing each other.
Let's be clear, though. Stanford and LA, it's still a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Stanford is closer to the Bay Area.
Right, so if she's driving all the way to Stanford, obviously something's going on, because my ass would never drive to Stanford for just anybody.
You're so right.
But what if, you know how they said that Emily has a secret or whatever? It could be, could it be Paige as the secret?
That's
which is
the
kind of
only thing I could come up with. Is there
I came up
anything
with
else you
something
guys
else
could
though.
think? What?
Yeah, I thought, like, I wonder if they're gonna make Emily like something really dramatic and sad and bad, like have an illness or something.
Well, I
Oh
mean,
my
we
gosh.
find out that her dad has
know.
passed
As if,
away.
yeah, that's like
That's
serious
so
enough.
dark and like
Yeah.
depressing.
Okay,
honestly.
so then what do we think the secret's gonna
Maybe
be?
her
I know,
secret is
right?
that she's going to join the army.
Oh my God, I bet you're right, dude.
Maybe her secret, you
She likes
guys.
to travel. Yes.
Yeah.
She likes to travel, so she'll be like, yes, of course I'm going to join the army because it
Yeah.
makes me travel and be like a badass chick. So that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I
You
would
guys,
love it. I
maybe
would
her
love to see
secret
that.
is that she's been straight this entire time.
I don't believe that for whatever reason.
Oh God. I
kidding.
mean, she could be bi because she's had a lot
No.
of guys. You don't think so?
No. I mean, when we were watching it, someone was like, are Emily and Toby going to get together? Was that you, Steph?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they were both sitting on the like stoop together.
Her front
Yeah.
porch.
Right. Drinking
Oh my
that
God, you're right.
beer. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that she's going to join the army just because it would be a little bit hard to follow her there. And I mean, for her to like lay that egg right in the beginning, like we would have to see her transition into the army. And I don't really see PLL like in season 7 going in the army. Like, could you
You know-
imagine? That'd
Yeah.
be like a little bit
Yeah.
strange.
You know
but-
what? Well, does anyone have anything else to say about that? Because I was going to change the thing. Because I
The
was talking
secret,
about
yeah.
Hannah. Okay, I like that Hannah went from being. Remember how she was bad in the very beginning of the entire series, right? With Mona stealing clothes. Then she became good again, and she's like with the girls and trying to help and whatever. I like that. Ultimately, I think where they're going is she is now materialistic and like kind of bad again. And I'm like, cool. That's kind of
You love
juicy.
bad.
I
Yeah.
do love bad. And she's like materialistic. She's like, oh, I was at Matt Damon's house, and I can't date you anymore. Caleb, because you know I'm too busy with my career and my famous
Yeah.
Can we
things.
talk about that though? Like Caleb fans, how sad are we? They were like the ultimate couple, and now they're not even together. And I think
It makes you wonder how long all of this separation is going to last.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's hard for me to believe that they're going to bring all of these people back to Rosewood and they're not going to rekindle our favorite relationships.
Right.
I mean,
But when
that's
we
like the
saw-
foundation of it.
When we saw her cover Emily's eyes, we saw a huge, by the way, huge rock on her finger.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
On Hannah's.
from, you know, all this episode happened so fast. But did she say that she was engaged to some guy that lived in Europe, or am I imagining that?
No.
yeah, it's a big like, a fassion person. I think.
Yeah, she
Okay.
met him, I guess, while
She
she
was
was
in Europe.
working. Yeah.
Okay, and Caleb also, Tyler also said that in this season, like this upcoming season, he hasn't shown this much skin.
I know.
I know.
So like,
That they
who
didn't
are you
elaborate
showing
on
your
that at
skin
all.
with?
I know.
Like,
No, but we saw a preview, I think, of him like getting out of bed. Was it him? And he was like
Yeah.
pulling up his pants. I was like, okay, PLL,
okay,
I see
Wait,
you,
him
I see
alone,
you.
just like waking up in the morning,
I think it was him, or maybe it was another guy. But because I was doing my makeup and I was like kind of looking,
but not with a girl.
No, I think he was just
him
waking up in the
Okay.
nude, in the buff, like we all pictured Tyler
They're like,
Blackburn.
it's 5 years later now, you guys. So like, people act a little bit differently when they're in their 20s.
Oh, like they have one night stands and do the walk of shame.
But guys, can I just say, you know, just for all of you watching out there, however old you may be, the things that these PLL girls are doing in 5 years takes about 10
Yeah.
probably to do. Or like
Seriously.
never.
I know.
Like, don't get your expectations so high. Like, have dreams. I want you all to believe,
Yeah.
like, live your dreams. But it's not going to happen that quickly.
Don't feel
realistically.
bad. Don't feel bad if you're not Anna Wintour's right-hand man. Like the moment you start
Right.
college,
That makes them
Right.
23.
Or working on Capitol Hill.
Or designing the White House.
like running for president.
Or
It's okay.
working for a huge publishing company.
It's okay.
23.
It's okay. You just do you.
Yeah,
Are we really
I'm
cynical?
23 now, you guys.
So I'm not really sure about the politics. Mona says she's going to be like working some political
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mona and
power to
Spencer
ya.
are both politics, right? Spencer is too, because she's like helping her mom run for Senate or something.
Right,
yeah.
And
Yeah,
living
yeah,
in her
yeah.
mom's basement.
Oh my gosh, the barn. Yeah, let's talk
barn.
about Spencer.
The
Very chic.
basement.
Barn.
She's living in
That
the
was really
barn.
derogatory.
She's living in her mom's basement.
basement.
No, yeah, the barn. I think the barn
looks
looks
beautiful.
great.
It looks so
does.
cool.
I would live in that barn. Jinx. No, but seriously,
just won't.
I would. Speaking of things changing up in terms of like set, we got a really good look at Radley. Ashley was like, I would never ever stay there.
Seriously, could you imagine the Yelp reviews for that place? Like, woke up in the middle of the night, stayed here because it was a great deal, but then I heard a 4-year-old kid running down my hallway and I thought it was a ghost.
It's
Like,
haunted for sure.
Haunted,
Yeah.
Haunted
for
for sure.
sure. I would never
Bethany
stay
Young
there.
pushed Mrs. Kavanaugh off the roof at that place. You would not catch me.
But
Anywhere
Radley
near.
looks like the new brew. It looks like the new
It
hangout.
does. It
Yeah.
totally does. I
Yeah.
thought that
you
too.
know?
It looks super fancy schmancy.
It does.
It looks like the Grove.
Oh yeah.
Like
The Grove is something here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking
does.
of, Dancing with the Stars is live there, like right now.
At the Grove?
At the Grove?
Like, as we speak.
They're
yeah.
dancing at the Grove?
Like as we speak, yeah.
Why are
as
they
we
there?
speak though? What are you trying to say?
They're like live right now at the Grove.
Right now as we speak.
As we're here.
As we're here
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
They're
All
right.
Stop there.
Yeah, we can go
All
there.
right, back to PLL. Let's get back to the liars.
Aria,
let's get
we
back to
didn't
the
talk
liars.
about.
Yeah, we have to talk
yeah.
about Aria and Ezra.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We learned a lot about him. So we learned that Aria is like kind of working in the same field that we always thought she would. But the bigger shock to me, I think, was the fact that they have made Ezra into an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's really sad.
The way they conveyed this is an unshaven beard.
Yes.
That means
Yeah.
you're an alcoholic, guys. No
I-
Movember for you.
I
Yeah.
think though Ian Harding is such a great actor. I mean, they all are, but I really think I'm really excited to see him go down this path because we all know I loved him when he was A. So I kind of see the same sort of Ezra about
Yeah,
to happen. And I think he's going to play it real well.
And I think we've seen this alcoholic path a few times in PLL before, but if anyone's
Yeah.
going to pull it off successfully,
him.
it's going to be Ian
Yeah.
Harding.
I think so.
100%. And there's that in that preview. There's like the one part where he's like screaming at them to get out. And
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like,
Wait, it's so
Did
scary.
I like watch the same thing?
where were you?
I don't think it was, they didn't show it tonight.
They did. They
Oh,
showed
they
it.
did?
They showed it
Well,
just
I was
once.
with you.
Thank you for your support. Wait, an idea popped into my head, which is probably super out there, but you know how we did think that Ezra was possibly A for a while, and now he's an alcoholic and he's bad?
Could he be the he?
Could he be the he?
I've always
No.
been gunning for that.
I don't
It'd be
think so,
cool.
you guys. I don't think so at all,
either.
honestly.
Yeah.
Speaking of the he, though, so we know that this person is technically after Allison, it seems like, based on that one preview. And Allison, we find out, and we saw that never before seen footage of her and Jason visiting Charlotte. Excuse me.
Yeah.
First of all, I freaking hate that they call her Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like, her name is
So
Cece. Just call her
weird.
Cece.
What is it significant, like, now that she's
Because
out
it's- yeah,
with
well,
it?
because she was Charlie and like Cece was like the fake,
The hybrid name?
the fake name.
All right. Anyway.
It's just, it was so weird because I feel maybe it's just because, we've been living in this PLL world for forever that I feel like they've seen each other before. Like, I feel like, haven't they been in the same room or am I crazy?
What
Why
do you
are
mean?
they-
Who?
Like, Cece and Allie and Cece, and yeah, they know each other. So, like, I understand. Maybe, okay, this greeting is like, oh, you're my sister, like the understanding of it all. But they've all been in the same room together and they were hugging each other like this was the first time they've ever seen that person.
I get
like,
what you're saying.
I see
Oh,
what you're
meet
saying.
your sister. It's like, yeah, on one hand, I get that.
But like, we already know each other.
Yeah, you guys already know each other. Like, why wouldn't you be like, Cece, what's up? Like, we dated. Or like, Cece, like, yo, we've been hanging
Maybe
out
that
for
was
forever.
like the
Why don't
first.
you
Maybe
just
we'll
tell me?
find out that that's the first time that they're seeing her in a little bit or something.
Yeah.
Even though Allison did tell Mona, I've spent every day with her for the past 4
But
years.
maybe the scene that we saw was like going to be almost a flashback.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's
I
going to be
I see
hard
what you're
to tell
saying
till
though.
we see
Yeah.
the actual episode. I
And
think.
Dr. Sullivan, like, where the
Yeah.
hell is
Hey,
she?
But I love
Hey.
it. I love it because I feel like I'm just really excited that they're bringing back characters because we know with PLL that they start a lot of storylines and then they'll just stop like, who the hell was in the damn barrel? But actually, I think we found out what was in the barrel. But anyways,
They
rant done.
They wait.
We did find out.
I forgot.
Sorry, we'll fill you in
Remind
later again.
us.
It was just like random stuff.
Okay, I know this is going to sound materialistic, just like Hannah, but I do feel like they spent a lot of time going over costumes and jewelry and hair and whatever.
Yeah.
Do we have like a favorite person? I know I feel like some fan was like, I love Spencer's new look with the bangs, but
I think all of their looks are great. Like I'm so excited to see them transition because let's be real, like we all get a lot of our fashion sense from
Right.
these guys. And now that they're closer to our age, we can take a lot of tips. But I don't know, I'm always just a fan of Hannah.
She looks gorgeous.
She looks
She
so
does.
good.
She does. I think she looks the best,
gorge.
100%.
Totally, just like that blonde, the contour, the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could
Gorgeous.
maybe believe that 5 years has passed when it comes to her.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I
totally.
believe it yet for everybody else. Like,
Aria looks the same, kind of.
she kind of looks
Yeah.
the same.
Spencer got bangs.
Emily looks like younger, honestly. I
Yeah.
think she looks younger. And I don't like those bangs. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. right now.
I think for in
they
real
look-
life,
might be clipping.
I was just gonna say in real life they're clipping because
You
her
think
bangs.
so?
Yeah, 'cause she didn't grow her.
100%.
They didn't all of a sudden grow all the way back out like normal hair. Those were clip-in bangs for sure.
She
but
lives
you
in
just-
the
you just-
neighborhood.
you take the
she
hair-
does not have bangs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does not have bangs. No, not
Girl,
at all.
clip that shit in.
Clip
I think,
it.
I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's just gonna take a little bit. I think the first couple episodes will be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
bangs, and then we'll slowly get used to it.
Yeah.
Just like with any haircut.
Yeah.
You have to get used to it.
I like that the girls, like, their one request when they were talking to stylists and how they, like, wanted to change their look, they're like, just less jewelry. And we were all like, what? That's your biggest
Right?
request?
I love jewelry, but I get it because PLL has such huge statement pieces. That's
does.
probably annoying to wear that, but I love big jewelry.
And I guess from a Hollywood perspective, thinking about it, they had to wear all this stuff all the time, and then you can't take any of it off because say you forget to put it back on, then production goes
Yeah.
crazy because they're like, oh no, what's it called?
Continuity.
Continuity. Because
Well, they take pictures of you before, so like anytime
Oh,
you
good
get ready
call.
to shoot any scene, like
Right.
the makeup artist or whatever, a production assistant will come on stage and you basically have to hold your hands out
Yeah.
and move everything so that they can take pictures. And I did an episode of Big Time Rush like years ago, and they had all these bracelets. I wore like 50 of them.
Were you a raver?
Because that was, like, the trend.
No, but there was like
Like those rubber
yeah, it
ones
was
and
like
stuff?
playing
Yeah.
like it's a futuristic thing, and so they had to put them all in order just that way
Oh
for
my God, that's
continuity.
crazy.
Even though in
As if
reality
who
we
would
probably
notice
wouldn't even
that?
notice
Yeah,
it.
Right.
that's interesting.
Unless you're wearing that big giant necklace that Hannah
Oh
wore.
my gosh! Every time it came on screen, I was like, Hannah's necklace, Hannah's necklace. You guys know what I'm talking about. That episode of Hannah's necklace, it was like the size of my head. It was so
Is that when she was wearing the
extravagant.
skirt with yellow and black?
I don't know, but she wore
I'm
that
pretty
necklace.
sure.
Do you know the
Wore
outfit I'm
that
talking
necklace
about?
think it might
from
be that one.
the beginning of the episode until the end of the episode, and Momo was having a heart attack the entire time. So good.
Oh my God.
Another thing that we got to talk a little bit about in this episode, maybe not enough for all of our liking, but the fact that there is this new villain and they had that cute little moment behind the scenes.
Bless their hearts, the,
Yeah,
the
they
production
tried.
guys. They tried
They
to
tried
be funny.
to get us all excited. The reality is, sidetrack, but the reality is they can't tell us too much about this season. They're
Right.
not going to. The
Yeah.
special was supposed to be to get us excited and to tell us things we're not going to get on that first episode. But obviously they say the new face of the new face of A, even though it's not technically A, is. So we know that there is definitely one specific villain.
And that it's a he,
And
so we
exactly,
think.
we
Although
already
who knows?
know,
It could
I
be
know.
a.
I was
Who
just
do
gonna
you
say we
think
already know
he
more.
is? Who do we think that is?
I mean, knowing PLL, they bring so many freaking characters in all the time. It could be someone that we haven't met, and we'd like to think that it wouldn't be, but look what happened with the last time. Frickin' Sarah Harvey is red
Right.
coat and black
But like
veil.
it seems like they already know who he is because in that scene where we see them
Yeah.
in Allie's classroom,
Yeah.
they're like,
Right.
he's already here. There's no time or
Yeah,
something
they
like
knew.
that.
It seemed like they knew.
So it
they're
seems
not
like
going to
they
do that
knew
to
who it
again. They're not
is.
going to replay the entire A
No.
scenario again.
Although I would love it.
Yeah, they just start us all over.
Yeah.
Also, we in one of the trailers or previews, they show them in what looks like a church, sitting in the pews, and then she's like, "This cannot be happening." They all turn around and they see somebody walking in.
Right.
Oh,
He
right.
probably.
So there's that person, and then somebody else that they painted to look kind of evil is Mona, and we find out that
Yeah.
Mona is so worried about Charlotte. It's going to take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Charlotte being released because she's going into a job which she said is going to be in the public eye, and she's worried about her reputation.
Right.
Which makes sense because Cece is nuts.
So now, you guys, wait. There's a whole new feud now. So now it's going to be Allie and Charlotte against the liars, right? Because the liars don't want to testify, saying, "Oh, Cece's fine. Give her a lighter sentence or whatever." Okay, so that's going to be one feud.
we don't know,
I
right?
think.
Or do we know what
They
side they're on?
They said
They're
in
hesitant?
the yeah.
Okay.
that
She
they-
said that they're struggling with it because they don't want to, but they
Yeah.
feel
Basically,
they feel
Allie
alliance
once
to Allie.
again
Yeah,
puts them in a
allegiance.
weird position
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
says like, "Please lie for me and tell them that my sister's okay." And
Yeah.
it seemed like they weren't sure how they felt about it.
Right.
Like, who can blame them, honestly, with all the stuff that she put them through? Really?
Oh yeah.
But
I
then-
mean, yeah, that dollhouse. I think I don't know, like life. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
sorry.
Not after 5 years.
You're
I
not
would
going to
not lie.
testify
Do
and
you
say
guys
she's
think
okay
that
now.
They are going to testify, like, and just leave
Probably
it?
because in PLL, friendship wins all the time, but I don't think they should.
One thing
That's
that we're
crazy.
definitely going to see, I think, as a result of them having to maybe testify or struggling with that decision is them reliving
Yeah.
all the shit
Yeah.
that A put them through. Like,
Totally.
let's be real. Think about, they're gonna do flashbacks to the dollhouse. They're gonna do flashbacks to the torture and all that stuff. I mean, like, they're totally going to be faced with, do I say something or do I stick true to the hell that this person put me through?
Right.
And I'm honestly kind of excited for it because that's like, PLL got so dark this past season, and that was all of our favorite episodes. Remember, we couldn't
Right.
stop talking about it. We're like,
Dollhouse.
what is happening? This is crazy.
Nuts.
Like,
Yeah.
this is nuts. And the fact that, like, they have to pay tribute to that. They can't just pretend like these girls are like, meh. They have to remember how awful that was. And for us, too.
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized, and you know how Mona also is against Allie and Charlotte? So maybe Mona and the Liars are now going to be like a team against Allie and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So it's
That
like
would make
family
sense.
against
Yeah.
friends.
It could be.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think that anyone's going to be against Allie necessarily. I think
Really?
that that's going to be the main conflict. I don't think that's going to be the main conflict.
He
I
is the
think,
main conflict.
Yeah, he's the main
Yeah.
conflict, but that's like the side story the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that Mona and Allie are never going to be friends, but I think that the girls have love for Allie, but clearly the main friend argument, like the side conflict, is going to be whether or not they stick with Allie or they try to convince her that Cece is still Cece.
But
Charlotte.
we still can't underestimate Allie because, yeah, you know, she's sweet and she's teaching. But when Mona and her met in the classroom, she was like, I saw that you signed
Yeah.
into the hospital under
Yeah.
a different name. Like,
Yeah.
she is still
She still
on
has her
it.
manipulativeness
She still does.
in
She
there.
And
still
Mona's
does.
still just as manipulative as
Yeah.
well, too.
100%,
Like,
100%.
that's such a sneaky...
Standing behind the doorway, like
Listening.
Yeah. Another thing that I almost forgot to mention, but Allison is dating or married to
God.
or engaged or whatever to Charlotte's doctor.
Yeah.
Freaking weird, major conflict of interest that would never happen in the
Oh,
real
that's
world.
probably going to be the wedding that happens though, because we find out that they're not married yet. But then when we saw the flash forward, she said Mrs. So maybe that's the wedding.
So
Allie-
Hannah and Allie are both marrying someone.
I wonder
oh,
if that
you're right.
scene. I wonder if that scene of them running into the classroom is how the new season's going to start.
But then it's almost going to.
that's
But then it's going to go
Yeah.
backwards.
Very like how to get away with
Because
murder.
then
Love
we,
it.
Yeah.
that would be the perfect way for them not to tell us who the he is.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, love it. Love
Did I
it.
just solve the entire
I
season?
think she did. I
Minus
think she did.
who I'm actually talking about.
You're right.
Minus who the he is. But.
In all the kind of snippets that we've seen from this like upcoming season, the one that stuck with me the most is like I think it's from a flashback where we see Emily on like a hospital bed or something, and a doctor's holding her wrist down.
Oh, you're
Do you guys know what I'm
right.
talking about? Like that is like scarring my
Yeah,
head a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Something that already happened,
It seems like it's going to be a flashback that we're going to see in this
but a flashback that we didn't know
that we
happened.
haven't seen.
Okay.
It just seems like something that happened to
Interesting.
Emily in the dollhouse, and like I
Interesting.
wonder who's holding down her arms because that kind of looks like a
Was
man
she in the
arm.
dollhouse during that flashback? Is what you're saying, or because of what happened into the dollhouse, she is now?
Oh,
being
maybe. I don't
treated?
know. We kind of just saw like a little.
I
you
know the scene that you're talking about, though.
It
Yeah, that's really crazy.
freaked me
Maybe she's
out.
having like night terrors
PTSD.
or like
Yeah.
post-traumatic
Yeah.
stress or something.
Yeah,
from it.
and like it like doesn't necessarily have to be stress from A. It could be stress from her dad.
yeah,
Like,
that's
Yeah.
true too.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
see a
true.
lot of that. The moms we find out also don't know how they
don't
got
know
out of
how
the
they got out of the
basement.
basement.
I guess.
Maybe this happened. Maybe that happened. Like it's pretty much up in the air. We just know that they're out. And whose parents did we not see? Allie's parents. We didn't see Allie's parents.
Yeah.
We still have to
Mrs.
figure out.
Fields
We didn't see
wasn't there
Mr.
either.
Hastings. We didn't see the guy parents.
I
Oh, that's
feel
right,
like
and
Allie's
Mrs. Fields.
dad might be the he.
That
That's
crossed
what I'm
my
thinking.
freaking mind
Yes,
too.
see?
Because who was the one who had the affair? Who was starting drama very beginning of the entire
If
series?
he's
Yeah.
still
Him?
a paid
Maybe
actor
they'll
on
end
that
on
show,
that
I
level.
swear to God.
I kind of like.
I swear, I don't know.
You're not into it?
No, he's got to go. Mr. D has got to go.
I kind of like it.
You do?
In a weird way. Not like him, but I like the idea of Allie's trying to like go behind his back to just access his sister.
No, he's
Her-
Wait, are you
created-
talking about Mr. D?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about Arya's dad.
Oh.
Because you know how he had the affair?
That
and maybe
would
they'll
be
end on the
weird.
note of him because he started a lot of the drama.
But why would he be coming after Allie? Oh, like.
I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it in the upcoming series.
Okay.
So I haven't pieced together every part of the show. Jesus Christ.
At PLL Talker, I just saw this come in, but at PLL Talker wants to know what was our favorite spoiler of the night.
Ooh.
Do you guys have
Oh
a
my
favorite?
gosh, there's so many.
I liked the relationship spoilers a lot. Like I was
Yes.
really interested to know that frickin' Hannah and Caleb, who we thought were like together for life at the end of the last season, aren't together anymore.
I think
so
for
I like
me,
that.
it was finding out that Ezra is going to be super dark.
Ooh,
I'm,
that's a
I'm
good one,
really
too.
excited to see that.
Honestly, I have no idea.
I want to say Emily's dad, but it's obviously not something I enjoy, but that's huge because I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that's pretty
that's
out
really
of left
sad.
field.
That's
Oh,
really
and
sad.
of course, Paige.
Yeah.
I think just seeing them like so disconnected from all of their relationships, even though it makes me sad, it also makes me excited because I feel like we're gonna see them get back together with them.
I
hope so.
If you guys have any other questions though, or anything else you want to point out, I saw a couple more online. Use the hashtag PLLAS and tweet us, you guys, and so we can just talk a little bit more before we wrap up. But we'll be right back.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it.
That was freaking love it.
Oh my god!
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
shade. Just shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in. Rubbed me the wrong way and the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's gonna happen.
That was cute.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Schmiller. Hey guys, we're back. Okay, so I just wanted to hop online real quick and see what you guys are saying. Jack Morgan tweets, "What's up with that crazy bitch, Sarah?"
Good question.
I know because we
They
didn't
didn't
see
show anything
at
of
all.
her.
But we
Yeah.
have seen
question.
her in a preview
Yeah.
for the upcoming season, standing in what looks like a cemetery.
Right.
Right? Yeah, we better
Is
find
that
out.
who that was? Because I couldn't
It
make
was.
out who it was.
I mean, I think it was.
Whoa,
Stephanie has
moment.
no
Hello,
idea what we're
light
talking about.
bulb.
Did we ever find, you know how, oh my God, I really do not want this to open a discussion of like theories right now, so.
Go on, though.
But remember how Marlene said that someone was gonna have a twin?
Yes.
Did we ever find out who?
No.
What if what if Sarah has a twin and she was standing over like far out there, her twin's grave or something? I don't know.
if the
Okay.
twin thing is still a
Evil
thing though. I
twin?
think it was
Yeah, I'm
more
not
of like
sure
a
either.
a tease of a sibling, a tease of a.
Okay,
I
never
think
mind.
that the twin theory is dead, but maybe not. But
Maybe,
Maybe.
it didn't necessarily have to be a twin. It was just a sibling.
Okay.
And that would
Okay,
be,
thank you for clarifying that.
Charlotte. But yeah, I guess I wonder why she would be standing in a cemetery. I don't know. I didn't even know that was Sarah.
Who
but I guess
Mrs.
so.
D died. I'm trying to think of people who died.
Right.
Maybe she had a relationship with Mrs. D. Can we move on to the next?
Can we move on? You guys are just like looking at your phone.
Very much.
You guys are still talking.
talking. I'm trying to dilly-dally for your phonage.
Oh, no, I'm ready.
Phonage.
Diane tweeted, what do you guys think about the change in the setting? Honestly, I really like it.
Yeah, it was refreshing.
They had to change it up because it
Changing
has
the
to...
setting?
What do
Yeah.
you mean, the sets?
The setting, yeah, like the setting of
Like the
Rosewood,
new Radley
everything.
that's kinda like in
I think
coffee
it had to
place.
feel a little bit different. Also, it
Right.
probably for them too, it has to be like fresh and exciting, and they have to believe that time has passed as well.
Side note, we all saw the preview for next season, and there's this like one shot of Spencer sitting on this bench in front of a screen, and it's just like terrible,
Like green screen?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's
like
not
in front
really
of
there.
like, I don't know what was it like.
I think she's in front
the
of-
Eiffel Tower or something. And she just looked.
Oh gosh, Mova, it's not the Eiffel Tower.
I don't remember
she was in
White
Washington,
House?
D.C.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Like,
it was one- I think it was-
where she was.
I think it was the White
I think it
House.
was Capitol Hill.
Or it could have been
wasn't it?
Capitol Hill.
It was somewhere, but it just looked really terrible.
It is.
like
It's
she wasn't really
literally. It literally is laughable. It reminds me of that scene in the Lizzie McGuire movie at the end,
Oh my
where
God.
she's performing and then she does this thing, and it's clearly. You guys seriously know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
All right, that girl _ Shay Shay tweets, what kind of baggage do you think Emily is carrying with her? So we talked about her dad. She always kind of seemed like the one who would have the hardest time
Yeah.
moving on. Between her and Hanna, I thought the two of them would have the hardest time. But I feel like also because of her relationship with Allie, that opens up a different layer of the whole situation.
Oh, her romantic relationship with Allie,
Yeah. And I don't know. Emerson fans, I have to say, I think Emerson is
done.
officially dead.
But strangely, I feel like according to this special, they made it seem like Spencer had this really deep, intense relationship with Allie. And remember, they were like, that was the hardest goodbye was Spencer and Allie, and I felt like I was taking all the liars with me and leaving Allie. And I'm like, was Spencer and Allie like the
that
main?
kind of doesn't make sense to me because
wasn't-
Spencer is still in Rosewood, it seems. So I don't understand why that's a hard
she's back in
goodbye.
Rosewood now because she's helping her mom. I
Okay,
think
but they were showing when she left, when everyone left.
I think the
Very
bigger
end of the
issue
season.
was because Spencer was the one who people believed, and
Figured it
she
out.
even believed that she had killed Allison. Remember?
That's true. That's true.
And she was the one that went through the most when it came to that direct conflict. The whole Allie going missing. It was always Spencer was involved. She was arrested for the murder of Bethany Young. She hated Allison.
Right.
Hated her.
Yeah.
And then at the end was giving her relationship advice
Right.
about Lorenzo and stuff. So I
Right.
guess they were close at the end of last season.
Yeah.
And I
Going
think
back-
that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think that scene was more of her just being saying goodbye to everyone
Yeah.
too. It was more of but then it was funny how she said it felt like such an emotional goodbye, but then they got their call times for the next day.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
okay, see you guys tomorrow.
But going
Yeah.
back to Emily and her baggage, I understand it's been a while since Allison and Emily have been together, but no matter what, when you date someone, it's it's hard to see them kind of move on, even if you hate their guts. So imagine, dating someone and finding out that they're married, or that's sad. Allison's moved on, she's married, and
They
here's
did
Emily
have
going
that
back for
real
her.
steamy scene in bed.
Ugh, I hated every ounce of that. It was
I loved
so
that.
fake. No,
I freaking
Allison
loved
was
it.
trying to be so manipulative. Don't bring me back to those moments.
It's that's in the past, and we're trying to move forward, 5 years forward. At PLL After Show, or at World _PLLES, I'm sorry, says, do you guys think Cece will go to jail? No, I don't.
Yeah, that would be way too not dramatic for the show. They need to keep her around to do weird shit.
Yeah.
It is going to be really weird, though, to see the girls interacting with Charlotte now that all this time has passed.
Right.
Because obviously we know that they haven't seen her since it all
Yeah.
went down. Allie has. Jason has.
I'm still mad at her though, because as much as I feel for her, that doesn't give you the right to torture all these girls
in
just
real
because
life,
of what
she
you've
should
been through.
100% go to jail.
Yeah.
But because this is Rosewood, I mean, they'll probably take the insanity plea.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen. She'll just
On the How to Get
law
Away
school.
with
No, I'm
Murder.
just kidding. I never went to freaking law school. Just read a lot of Jodi Picoult books.
Who is that?
Is that how you say her name?
I don't know, but that's not like a well-known author. I know like Nancy Drew
She
and
wrote
stuff.
My Sister's Keeper and like The Pact and stuff like that. There's always like
Yeah,
a court
I think-
scene.
Is it
I
a
know-
well-known author? I just have no idea who this is.
No, I've
love
heard
her.
of her. I've
love
heard of her, but
Peeps.
I don't read, so.
Get
Does
behind me on
anyone
that
know
one.
Nancy Drew?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Nancy
Drew.
I was
Duh.
obsessed with Nancy Drew, and I played all those
Duh.
computer games.
There's
that was a
computer
computer
games.
game. That was a
scared the
computer
crap
game.
out of
Yes.
me.
Scared the hell out of me.
had
I couldn't play
nightmares.
them at night. I had to play
Nor
them
could
during
I.
the day.
They were the scariest things. Okay.
All right, you
Glad
guys.
we've
We
settled
have to
that.
wrap
Wait,
this
before
up.
we wrap it up, I was reading tweets earlier from all of you guys, and one of our fans said, I can't remember her name, I think it was Lena or something, but I'll tweet you later. And she just wanted us to like kind of give a shout out to the fans that have been with us since the beginning.
Yes. I know there's been
Yeah.
so many.
And obviously,
so many
like we
fans.
love all of you so much, and thank you for tuning into this special because we're not
Yeah.
even like during the season right
Yeah,
now.
Thiago
It's weird.
Silva, and then Mega
OGs.
Bats. Oh my God, there's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
And Lena.
Rebecca Silva.
Yep.
right.
And all the
Thiago,
PLLS
yeah. Oh, okay.
fan pages too.
Yeah, all the
You guys
PLLs
awesome.
images, what up?
We were just talking about before we went live that we're going into December, and it's going to be a year and a half since we started doing this after
so
show.
freaking weird.
And it's weird for us too, because every time we come here, it's like we're back here at the stream, and it's so crazy because it was like June of last year, and there's like new people working, and there's new shows here, and we're just like, everyone is like moving along. Oh my God.
But you know it's been here since the beginning.
And we're still trying to figure out mysteries on Pretty Little Liars, like literally 18 months later.
Who is he?
Who is he?
Who is he?
Yeah, but you guys have been with us from the beginning of this all, and we're super grateful. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
We love you guys.
I don't believe we'll be back before January 12th, 2016.
Disgusting. I can't turn another year older. Sorry, I'm having like a personal problem.
Sorry about
I
that moment.
cannot
My
turn
birthday is
another
in
year older.
January,
I'm
so-
over the turning older. I'm over it. I'm done
After
with
you guys,
birthdays.
anyone watching, after you turn 21, because that's the legal drinking age, and you're like, woo, I can drive, I can drink, I'm an adult.
No, don't
Just-
drink and drive. Do not drink and
Oh
drive.
my God, I don't mean that.
She means separately, completely
I mean, like you're an
separate.
adult and you can do like there's no more adult things. You have to be a certain age to be allowed to do something.
Right.
I got you.
And
I got
from
you.
then on,
I
it's
just
just
wanted to
freaking
PSA
downhill.
make that clear.
Yeah, and then you feel the pressure of like getting married and
Then,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
and you start
Oh,
seeing
God.
wrinkles that probably don't even exist. And
Yeah,
like,
it's awful. Anyways, you guys.
That's a whole other show.
Yeah, and it's like the moral of the story that has nothing to do with Pretty Little Liars.
no, it does. They're getting older.
We're getting older.
We're getting
sadly.
older.
We are getting older. You guys, seriously though, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and then keep tweeting us, please. Hashtag PLLAS. Tweet all of us. We're all online on Twitter and Instagram. You guys always find a way to get connected with us, so just keep doing that so we can all talk and gush and talk theories too. We didn't get a lot of theories tonight, so it'd be nice to get back into theory mode. Jinx! Oh my God, you guys,
Oh my God. Okay. Are we,
We're all like
are we
one
still
person.
ending
Yeah.
with
Oh
this?
wow!
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think this is?
Okay, girls. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Hey liars! For more Pretty Little Liars after show, hit that button and subscribe to the stream.tv.